Today is my 1 month 1 palette update. For June, I picked the Wet n Wild California Roll and the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palettes. First, I'm going to talk about the Wet n Wild's California Roll, and if you see my camera shake a little bit, I'm trying to work around it and cut it out. I'm actually in a different location. This isn't going to be my final location, but this is the one that I'm currently working on. This is the room that I'm currently working. See, there it goes. This is the room that I'm currently working on. And I've got things piled around, but I wanted a different background today. I needed it. So the thing is that this is my camera, tripod, and everything is sitting on the post of like a bed. And my cats have decided, because I'm in here, they need to be in here, and they're jumping all over the bed and making noise and everything like that. And when they jump on the bed, the whole thing shakes. So my camera's shaking, and I'm trying to stop and start as they're doing that and as they're really getting cranky and rowdy. But sometimes, you know, obviously I'll miss something, so if the camera shakes in the next couple videos, because I'm doing a couple today, that is what it is about. There it goes again. They're all here, and they're fighting now. But back to the Wet n Wild palette. This is a really good palette. There had been some issue with the Wet n Wild palettes not being as good as the regular palettes, like the regular 3-pan, 6-pan, 8-pan ones. And this one is actually as good as those. So it was limited edition. If you have it though, definitely pull it out. I've been using the orange and the red mostly, but I did use a couple of the ones here. I did not use these, although you can tell that I had used that at some point before. But mostly I focused on these, and these are actually really nice shadows, nicely pigmented. The one that I really like is this red one here, because it's not so red like I have some of the other ones. Like I have some of the sugar pill ones. Those are so red. But this one actually can be done a little bit more lightly. So you can use red, but it doesn't go full on crazy on you necessarily. So if you've got it, definitely pull it out if you're interested in trying out red, because I think this is a good starter red for somebody. So I really like this palette. I definitely will use it again. If you can find it, definitely get it. If you've got it, pull it out and use it, because it really is a nice palette with some bright colors, but it's also got those couple like cream colors that you can mix in that make it really nice. Now on to my next one, and that is the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. And I'm sure everyone's seen it. It looks like this. Now first off, I just want to say I wish people that run these small companies would stop saying stupid ass shit. Apparently Jeffree Star has said some stupid things, and I didn't even know about it till after I had got the palette or used it. All that stuff, I just started finding out about it, and I hate that because it makes me feel bad about liking products from these companies when the people that own these companies are jerks. So, yeah. I mean, I like the palette. What I would say about it is that nothing in here, except for maybe this color right here, is super unique. Almost everything has a hot pink. Almost everything has a turquoise. You can find purples and blacks and golds and all these colors everywhere else. This one's also a really nice one, the the kind of lavender shade. That one's not always so easy to find in a nice pigmented color, so this one does have that as well. But, you know, as you can tell from all the looks that I do generally, almost everything has pink. I can get pink everywhere and anywhere. So, yeah, I did like this palette, but I wouldn't say if you've got these colors or these colors aren't ones that you love or use a lot, that you could totally skip this. They are good quality. The only one I'm not crazy about so much is this gold one right here. It comes up a little bit more pigmented in the swatch, but when I used it on my eyes, I really felt like it was mostly glitter. So yeah, I mean, it's a good palette, it's good quality, it's not terribly unique. There's one shade in there that I feel like I'm really excited about, but otherwise, generally, I could take it or leave it. I wouldn't get rid of it at all. It's good quality, but I would not choose to buy it again. So, on to the palettes that I'm picking for this next month. And I am picking 2 palettes again, mainly because, for one thing, I have a lot of palettes, but I'm also going out of town later in the month, and I wanted something small that I could take with me very easily, but I'm trying to get deeper into my collection and pull out some older things. I brought out the Jeffree Star one last month. I think the month before that was the Shadow Bonbons. I did the California roll, and those are all relatively new, especially the Beauty Killer one. But they're all relatively new in general and to my collection, so I'm trying to dig deeper and go for some older things. So I did pull out 2 palettes, one to take with me when I travel, and one to use because it's much, much older. And my first one, I did pick a lot because it was older, but also because it doesn't really have any pink. I mean, there might be like a pinkish shade, but not like pink. So that palette, if I can remove the plastic thing there, they all have the plastic things on them, so, is the Tarte for True Blood, and this one's quite old, I think. I don't feel like it's as old as this. I don't know. It's got this information on the back, and like, it says official HBO licensed product, copyright 2010. Is this really that old? I don't know. Time goes by, you know, and you just don't think about it. But, so this may actually be 6 years old. But it looks like this, and you can see I've barely used it. I've got red stuff all over my hands. I barely used it. I know I swatched it, but, you know, I just have so much stuff that I never really use these things and I forget about them. So I dug deep and pulled this out. It's a lot of neutrals. But, you know, it's actually got a shade, now that I'm thinking about it, that's just like the Beauty Killer one. It's a little bit darker, but yeah, it's a very, very similar color. So I guess even that one in the Beauty Killer palette is not totally unique. But yeah, so I mean, it's mostly neutrals. It's got a purple, a green in this color right here, a navy blue, a gold, like pretty standard neutral palettes with a bit of color kind of thing. But I do like Tarte palettes. I just haven't used them very much. So yeah, I'm definitely going to work on this. And my get ready with me may not be super exciting because it is all neutrals, but I'm going to try to incorporate some of those other like color shades, like the green or the burgundy or something like that, just to try to spice it up a little bit. Then my next palette, which is going to be my travel palette, is the Chroma Beauty palette, and this is what Kardashian Beauty was called before. I guess they got sued for the name or something. So it's no longer called Chroma Beauty, it's called like Kardashian Beauty, but I think they might even still have these same products. And this is in Kourtney's Cardazzle. And the thing about this is I actually like half these shades. So I'm going to have to make the other half work. It's got these shades right here, 4 are shimmery and 4 are matte. The matte ones are actually kind of terrible. But I kept this palette around because I really like the shimmer shades. Oh, and you know what? There's another one of those. It's not as pigmented, but it's... Dudes, stop! I'm sorry if you can hear cat fighting. It's another one of those kind of burgundy shades. So yeah. But these ones are really, really pretty. These 4 right here. And which is the reason I kept the palette. I especially have always liked that one right there. But what's actually really cool about this is it's got a pull-out drawer with a highlight, a blush, and this is a bronzer, but I would not use that as a bronzer because that is way too dark for me as a bronzer. But it would actually be a pretty nice neutrally dark blush. I don't think these are all that pigmented. I really haven't tried them in a while, so I'll have to see, but I feel like I could probably use that as a blush because I don't think it's that pigmented. Yeah, that's everything for this 1 month 1 palette update. I am going to do a look with these, hopefully an interesting one despite all the neutrals. So yeah, these are the palettes that I'm going to be using. If you haven't checked out my previous videos, it will be linked to the side, and my Project Pan playlist is also linked to the side, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.